Alright guys, I'm going to attempt to build a floating duck house for my pond. So I'm starting off with this little mini skid. It's like a half skid. It's like 3 by 2 maybe. I got some fat pool noodles. Not the skinny ones are fat. I could easily fit 4 of them in there like that. And I put these little eyelets on the side here. Initially it's where I was going to hook my cable to hook it in the ground with a dog stake with some slacks. That way when the pond raises and lowers, it won't pull it under. And then a piece of 1-inch PVC, just connecting these ones on the ground and just sitting there on the eyelets. Probably going to put some caulk or something in these holes here just to make sure it doesn't come out, but I don't think it can. But we'll see how it goes, and I'll record a little bit more when I get the shelter part on it. Alright, moving on. I did go ahead and put some silicone in there to try to keep all that from pulling apart. And I put Thompson's water seal on the wood to, if I didn't already mention that, try to keep it from rotting out as quick. And this is an old crappy snap together dog house. I think they sell it at Walmart or something. I don't know. The dog would never use it. It's been sitting around forever. And well, we'll see if the ducks use it. Okay. So here it is. And this is old. It's been out in my yard for a while. I was worried about, I don't know if that little cat back there is gonna leak or what. And I put a little extra silicone up here just to try to keep the roof from blowing off. I don't really know if any of that's necessary or not. So the plan is, I got this old dog tie out, the corkscrew kind. I'm gonna use one of those stainless dog tie out cables my wife bought that was way too thin for my dog, but it's long. So I'm gonna close this gap on here, and I'm gonna put it on here. I'm gonna put this in the pond, and I'm gonna, attach it on these rings here or something. And it's got to be long enough that as the pond elevation changes, you don't pull it under. Okay, so the lower the pond gets, the wider this thing's gonna be able to swing. So you also want to make sure it doesn't go to the shore. And when the pond comes up, you'll lose your slack, and it won't be able to float around quite as much. And moving on. Alright, it's been brought to my attention that one of the ducks either has a broken wing or some kind of an injury. It may not be able to get from the water up to there by flapping as the other ducks will. So, I took one of the pieces of foam I had trim off, put it on here with a couple of screws and a hinge, and that's gonna let it sit in the water and adjust its elevation and blah blah blah, make mama happy. Okay, I decided to redesign the foam on here because I didn't want it to be the same height as this foam down here and be popping this too high out of the water. So I split it, and this one should do the majority of the flotation. And if it's not enough and it starts to sink too far, then this one will pick up the remainder, in theory. Alright, test float. It floats. Alright, I got the ducks transferred into here. And I've sealed them with a bit of duck tape. Interesting fact about ducks, they don't like it. All right, they've stuck in the pond. Took the duct tape off, and they have no idea what to do. And there we go, a little circle of life and stuff. running away from the house I built as quick as they can. There you go.